Welcome to the channel. Today we're taking a closer look at 5 of Australia's most intriguing 50-cent coins. This piece holds a unique place in numismatic history, combining striking design with rarity and collector appeal. Stay with us as we reveal its hidden details, market value, and why it remains such a sought-after treasure among coin enthusiasts. First up, the 1973 Australia Elizabeth 50-cent coin holds a remarkable position in the world of numismatics, not only because of its historical charm, but also due to its appeal among collectors who seek coins with enduring value. Despite being a circulating issue, it has gradually earned recognition as one of the more desirable pieces from the early years of Australia's copper-nickel 50-cent series. Collectors prize it for its age, design, and the way it represents an important transitional period in Australian currency. Even in very dirty or circulated condition, the coin attracts attention because of the story it carries, while higher-grade examples fetch significantly higher prices due to scarcity and demand. Introduced as part of the re-established 50-cent series, the 1973 issue followed the change from silver to copper-nickel, which had occurred a few years earlier when silver became too costly for circulating coinage. This year's production reflects the stability of Australia's coinage system in the 1970s, a time when the nation's currency was still adapting to decimalisation, introduced in 1966. Produced at the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra, the coin also reflects the wider cultural moment of Queen Elizabeth II's reign, with her youthful portrait still serving as a reminder of the Commonwealth's shared heritage. Design has always been one of the standout features of the Australian 50 cent, and the 1973 coin is no exception. The obverse features Arnold Machin's portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, elegant and dignified, surrounded by the inscription of her name and title. The reverse presents the Australian coat of arms, complete with the kangaroo and emu supporting the shield, an instantly recognizable symbol of the nation. Struck in copper-nickel, the coin has a dodecagonal shape, weighing 15.55 grams and measuring 31.5 millimeters in diameter. This combination of technical detail and artistic symbolism gives the piece a distinct identity, making it visually and historically special. What enhances the allure of the 1973 issue is its rarity compared to other dates in the series. Although millions were minted, the number of surviving coins in pristine, uncirculated condition is limited, which drives collector interest. Circulated and dirty examples are quite common, but finding one without wear, blemishes, or loss of detail is a genuine challenge. In some cases, errors such as misstrikes, double strikes, or off-center strikes further boost desirability, with such varieties being especially sought after. The condition of the coin heavily determines its market position, with collectors willing to pay a premium for higher grades. In terms of market value, circulated and dirty specimens often trade at only a modest premium above face value, but this changes significantly for higher-grade coins. Well-preserved examples can be valued anywhere between $500 and $600 depending on certification and grading, while exceptionally rare varieties or mint errors have been known to sell for over $2,000 in auctions. These price ranges highlight the importance of condition and rarity in determining worth, as well as the gradual appreciation over the decades as more collectors seek early decimal issues. For collectors hoping to secure a valuable 1973 50-cent coin, attention to detail is key. Identifying sharp details on the Queen's portrait, clear definition on the coat of arms, and an absence of heavy scratches or discoloration can make all the difference. Professional grading by services such as PCGS or NGC is highly recommended, as certification provides authenticity and adds confidence for resale. Storing the coin in protective holders, free from humidity and contaminants, will help preserve its condition, ensuring it maintains or even increases in value over time. The 1973 issue also represents an accessible entry point for both novice and experienced collectors. While dirty or worn coins are easy to find and inexpensive, they still offer historical appeal. For advanced collectors, however, the challenge lies in acquiring coins of exceptional quality or those with rare error varieties, which can serve as both a centerpiece of a collection and an investment piece. The balance between affordability for beginners and prestige for seasoned collectors makes this coin unique in the Australian numismatic landscape. In conclusion, the 1973 Australia Elizabeth 50-cent coin remains a fascinating piece of history and a highly collectible treasure. Its design, historical context, and condition-based rarity ensure it maintains strong appeal in the marketplace. Whether acquired as part of a larger collection of early decimal coinage or as a standalone highlight, this coin offers both beauty and investment potential. Even when found in very dirty or circulated condition, it tells a story of its era, but in its finest state, it stands out as a truly desirable collectible with lasting significance for numismatics.
Next up, the 1975 Australia Elizabeth 50-cent coin holds a special place in Australian numismatics, not because it is common, but precisely because high-quality examples are hard to find and collectors increasingly appreciate its role in the country's coinage story. For those who study or collect early decimal issues, the 1975 coin is sought after as it captures both the design consistency of the period and the scarcity of coins preserved in uncirculated state. Even when found in very dirty or worn condition, it represents a genuine piece of history, though its real value lies in pristine, carefully preserved examples. Its desirability is further boosted by the fact that it appeals to both Australian collectors and international enthusiasts of Commonwealth coinage. The coin was produced during a time when Australia's decimal system was still relatively new, having been introduced less than a decade earlier in 1966. The Royal Australian Mint in Canberra struck these pieces as part of the copper-nickel 50-cent series, following the transition from the short-lived 1966 round silver coins. This was a decade of change and modernization in Australian society, and the decimal coinage system symbolized a move towards simplicity and global standardization. By 1975, Queen Elizabeth II remained an important symbol of continuity, and her effigy on the coin reflected both the monarchy's presence in daily life and the Commonwealth's shared heritage. From a design perspective, the 1975 50-cent coin retained the distinctive 12-sided dodecagonal shape, a feature that helped Australians quickly identify the denomination by touch alone. The obverse featured the Arnold Machen portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, elegant and highly recognizable, accompanied by the inscription of her name and royal titles. The reverse carried the Australian coat of arms, with its iconic emu and kangaroo supporting a shield of states, topped with a Commonwealth star. Struck in copper-nickel alloy, the coin weighed 15.55 grams and measured 31.5 millimeters across. Its bold design and durable metal composition helped it withstand circulation, though high-grade examples are far less common today. Rarity is one of the defining aspects of this issue. While millions were minted for circulation, the number of coins surviving in near-mint or proof-like condition is limited. Circulated examples are easily found, often showing dirt, scratches, and heavy wear, but coins with sharp details, lustrous surfaces, and minimal marks are scarce. Some varieties, such as minor die cracks or misstrikes, add to the rarity, with collectors paying premiums for unusual errors. The simple fact that many coins were heavily used in commerce means fewer high-quality survivors remain for today's collectors, raising their demand in the numismatic market. Market values for the 1975 50-cent coin vary considerably depending on condition. Very dirty, worn examples may only be worth face value or slightly above, but coins preserved in exceptional quality can fetch between $700 and $900 depending on grading. In rare instances where a proof or error variety is identified, auction prices may climb into the low thousands, especially when certified by trusted grading companies. This demonstrates a clear divide between ordinary circulation finds and investment-worthy collectibles. The upward trend in interest for early decimal issues has helped support long-term appreciation in value. For those hoping to add this coin to their collection, careful selection is crucial. Collectors should look for examples with crisp details on the coat of arms, especially in the finer lines of the kangaroo, emu, and shield. The Queen's portrait should display clear hair details and a strong rim without flattening. Professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can authenticate and assign grades, which significantly improves the coin's marketability. Storing coins in airtight holders, free from moisture and contaminants, is essential to preserve condition and prevent further tarnishing or discoloration. The 1975 issue is appealing because it offers something to every type of collector. Beginners may enjoy acquiring dirty or circulated examples at little cost, appreciating them for their historical significance. Advanced collectors, meanwhile, focus on pristine or error varieties, often competing at auctions to secure the rarest pieces. This dual appeal enhances the coin's place in numismatics, as it can serve as both a learning tool for newcomers and a prized investment for seasoned collectors. In summary, the 1975 Australia Elizabeth 50-cent coin stands as a significant chapter in Australia's coinage history. Its durable yet distinctive design, its connection to the nation's decimalization journey, and the scarcity of high-quality survivors make it an enduring favorite among numismatists. While dirty and worn examples carry sentimental value, the real prize lies in coins preserved in mint condition, which continue to grow in desirability and worth. For collectors worldwide, this coin embodies the intersection of history, artistry, and investment, ensuring its place as one of the more valuable issues of the early Australian decimal series.
Next up, the 1978 Australia Elizabeth 50-cent coin is one of those pieces that reminds collectors why early decimal coinage has such a strong following. While on the surface it may seem like an ordinary circulating issue, its age, scarcity in higher grades, and connection to Australia's post-decimal coinage development have made it a prized collectible. Many examples today are found in very dirty or heavily circulated condition, but the rare coins that survive in crisp, uncirculated quality are the ones that command real attention and significant value in the market. This combination of accessibility in worn form and prestige in pristine condition makes the 1978 issue appealing across the collecting community. The late 1970s were a period of stability in Australia's decimal coin program, and the 1978 50-cent issue reflects the continued use of the distinctive dodecagonal shape first introduced in 1969. Minted at the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra, the coin symbolized a period when Australia had fully embraced its decimal system, over a decade after leaving behind the pounds, shillings, and pence system. The coins of this period were more than currency. They were daily markers of modernization, representing a young and confident nation firmly rooted in its Commonwealth identity under Queen Elizabeth II. From a design perspective, the coin followed the well-established pattern that collectors have come to associate with the Australian 50-cent series. The obverse features the Arnold Machin portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, still youthful and regal, surrounded by her royal titles. On the reverse sits the Australian coat of arms, with the kangaroo and emu flanking the shield, and crowned by the Federation star. The coin was struck in a copper-nickel alloy, giving it a silvery appearance with a diameter of 31.5 millimeters and a weight of 15.55 grams. The 12-sided shape remained a unique feature, both practical and symbolic, making it instantly identifiable among Australia's decimal coins. The rarity of the 1978 issue becomes clear when examining condition and survival rates. While millions were minted, the vast majority entered circulation and endured years of handling, often resulting in scratches, dirt, and general wear. Truly high-grade examples with strong detail, sharp rims, and original mint luster
are far less common today. Collectors also pay attention to error coins, such as off-center strikes or die clashes, which, although rare, elevate this otherwise standard year into a highly desirable numismatic find. The combination of age and wear means that well-preserved specimens have become increasingly difficult to source. Market value reflects this divide between circulated and collectible examples. Very dirty, worn coins tend to trade close to their face value, appealing more to casual collectors or those interested in history rather than investment. However, when coins from this year are found in exceptional condition, their worth rises significantly. Depending on grade, certified pieces can fetch anywhere from $1,500 to $1,800, while proof-like or error varieties have achieved prices above $6,000 in specialized auctions. This shows how the market continues to reward rarity and quality, especially for those coins that represent early decimal era issues. For collectors aiming to acquire this coin, attention to detail is key. The Queen's portrait should retain visible strands of hair and clean facial features, while the coat of arms should show crisp detail in the kangaroo, emu, and shield. Collectors are strongly advised to pursue certification from trusted grading bodies such as PCGS or NGC, which adds both assurance and resale value. Proper storage in airtight capsules or archival holders can prevent further deterioration, which is especially important given how many coins from this year are already heavily circulated or dirty. The coin appeals to a wide audience, from new collectors seeking a piece of everyday history to advanced numismaticists looking for rare varieties or mint-state examples. Beginners may start with circulated coins as affordable entry points, while serious investors focus on rare, high-grade pieces and error coins that offer greater financial potential. This layered appeal is part of what makes the 1978 issue so compelling. It serves as both an educational coin and a potential investment, depending on condition and variety. In conclusion, the 1978 Australia Elizabeth 50-cent coin stands out as a meaningful collectible in the broader context of Australian numismatics. It represents a period of stability in the country's coinage, showcases enduring national symbols, and continues to attract interest thanks to the scarcity of top-quality examples. While dirty circulated coins may hold sentimental value, the real treasures are those few that survive in uncirculated or proof-like state. With growing appreciation for early decimal coins, this issue will likely remain a cornerstone of serious collections, offering historical, aesthetic, and investment value for years to come.
Next up, the 1979 Australia Elizabeth 50-cent coin is a fascinating piece of early decimal coinage that continues to attract collectors for its rarity in top grades and its role in Australia's evolving numismatic story. While many examples in circulation today appear very dirty, heavily worn, or tarnished, its true significance is revealed in well-preserved specimens. Collectors appreciate this coin not only for its iconic design, but also for the challenge of finding examples with sharp details and strong luster. It has steadily gained attention as part of the sought-after 1970s issues, which remain a cornerstone for anyone assembling a comprehensive decimal collection. This coin was minted at the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra, during a period when Australia's decimal system had already become firmly established. By 1979, the decimal currency had been in circulation for more than a decade, and coins like the 50 cent played a central role in daily transactions. This year's issue reflected the continuing commitment to durability and consistency in design, rather than commemorating a particular event. At the same time, it also symbolized the ongoing presence of Queen Elizabeth II in Australian life, marking her role as head of state in the Commonwealth and reinforcing the shared cultural heritage that bound Australia to its past while it looked toward the future. The coin retained the distinctive dodecanal shape introduced the decade earlier, which set it apart visually and functionally from round coinage. On the obverse, the Arnold Machen portrait of Queen Elizabeth II presents a youthful yet dignified image of the monarch, surrounded by the traditional inscription of her name and title.
On the reverse features the Australian coat of arms, with the kangaroo and emu supporting the Shield of States beneath a large Federation star. Struck in copper-nickel, it weighed 15.55 grams and measured 31.5 millimeters, making it a substantial piece of coinage with durability to withstand circulation. These features, simple yet symbolic, remain central to its identity as one of Australia's most recognizable coins. Rarity is less about the initial mintage, since millions were struck, and more about the survival of high-grade examples. Most coins entered circulation, where they quickly picked up dirt, scratches, and wear from daily handling. Today, very dirty or circulated coins are common, but locating one with full detail, unblemished surfaces, and original luster is far more difficult. Collectors also seek out error coins from this year, such as off-center strikes, die clashes, or double strikes, which are significantly rarer and command strong premiums in the market. Thus, the true scarcity lies in condition and unusual varieties rather than sheer mintage numbers. The market value for the 1979 50-cent coin varies considerably depending on condition and rarity. Circulated, dirty coins rarely sell for more than face value, appealing more for their historical interest than monetary worth. However, in uncirculated or near-mint condition, the coin's value can rise sharply, often ranging between $1,200 and $6,000. Rare error examples or exceptionally well-preserved pieces certified by leading grading services have achieved sales in the $7,000 to $8,000 range at auctions, especially when accompanied by strong provenance. This upward trend reflects the growing interest in early decimal coinage and the premium collectors place on quality. For collectors interested in pursuing the 1979 issue, careful attention to detail is vital. High-quality coins will display crisp definition in the Queen's hair and facial features, along with clear, sharp lines in the coat of arms, particularly in the feathers of the emu and the fur of the kangaroo. Choosing coins that have been professionally graded and encapsulated by services such as PCGS or NGC ensures authenticity and helps safeguard investment value. Long-term storage in airtight capsules and protection from humidity and contaminants will preserve the coin's appeal for future resale or collection display. The versatility of this coin adds to its appeal. Beginners often enjoy finding circulated or dirty coins inexpensively, while advanced collectors look for exceptional mint state coins or rare era varieties. This dual appeal ensures that the 1979 issue remains relevant in a variety of collections, serving as both an educational piece and a potential investment. It bridges the gap between accessibility and exclusivity, making it one of the more engaging issues of the late 1970s decimal series. Next up, the 1980 Australia Elizabeth 50-cent coin is one of those issues that at first glance seems ordinary, but has earned a reputation in numismatics for its scarcity in premium condition and its significance in the broader decimal coinage series. Collectors who encounter this coin in very dirty or heavily circulated state may not immediately recognize its potential, but once cleaned up and graded, high-quality examples of this year have proven to be both valuable and highly desirable. It represents an important piece of the late 20th century series, attracting collectors who value both its design consistency and its role in a transitional period for Australian coinage. By 1980, Australia's decimal system had been in place for 14 years, and the 50-cent coin had established itself as one of the most widely recognized denominations. The Royal Australian Mint in Canberra continued production of this coin as part of its ongoing circulation program. While it was not struck to commemorate a specific event, it reflected the stability of Australia's currency during an era of economic and cultural change. Queen Elizabeth II remained a central figure, and her effigy on the coin symbolized the Commonwealth link that was still a strong feature of Australian identity at the time. This was a period where coins like the 50 cent not only served as currency, but as subtle symbols of national unity. The design of the 1980 coin remained faithful to the standard format introduced in 1969, with its distinctive dodecagonal or 12-sided shape. On the obverse, the Arnold Machin portrait of Queen Elizabeth II appears, showing her youthful profile crowned with the tiara, a design admired for its classical and dignified style. The reverse features the Australian coat of arms, complete with the kangaroo, emu, and the Shield of States, topped by the Commonwealth Star. Struck in copper-nickel alloy, it weighed 15.55 grams and measured 31.5 millimeters in diameter. Its solid metallic composition and unique shape gave it a practical advantage in circulation while ensuring a design that stood out in everyday use. What makes the 1980 issue especially interesting for collectors is its rarity in high-grade condition. Although the mintage figures were not especially low, the bulk of coins saw heavy circulation, leaving most surviving examples in worn, scratched, or very dirty states. Truly pristine coins are scarce, and even near-mint examples are hard to come by. Certain varieties, such as off-center strikes or double-struck errors, occasionally appear on the market, and these anomalies elevate the coin's desirability significantly. The rarity, therefore, is tied not to numbers struck, but to the difficulty of finding clean, well-preserved survivors today. The market value of the 1980 50-cent coin reflects this condition-driven scarcity. Heavily circulated or dirty examples usually trade at or just above face value, making them common for casual collectors. However, coins in mint state command values ranging from $500 to $800, depending on grade and certification. Proof strikes or documented error coins have achieved prices between $1,000 and $2,000 in auction settings, a reflection of their rarity and the strong demand for standout varieties from the late 1970s and early 1980s. This steady appreciation highlights how collectors are increasingly valuing earlier decimal issues. For collectors interested in securing the best possible example, patience and careful selection are essential. A quality specimen will display sharp details in the Queen's portrait, especially the hair strands, and crisp clarity in the coat of arms. Surfaces should be free from major scratches or discoloration, which are common in circulated coins. Certification by professional services such as PCGS or NGC not only verifies authenticity, but also helps maximize long-term investment potential. Proper storage in protective cases or capsules is equally important to preserve luster and prevent further degradation. The 1980 coin offers something for every type of collector. Beginners may enjoy acquiring a circulated example for little cost, as it connects them to a tangible piece of Australia's numismatic heritage. More advanced collectors, on the other hand, seek out proof-like or error varieties, or compete for certified high-grade specimens which can serve as centerpieces in a serious decimal collection. This layered appeal ensures that the coin remains relevant and valuable across a broad audience regardless of budget or experience level. In conclusion, the 1980 Australia Elizabeth 50-cent coin is a strong example of how condition and rarity shape collector value. Its design is iconic, its role in the decimal system important, and its scarcity and top grades undeniable. While dirty circulated examples may be easily found, coins in pristine condition or with unique varieties stand out as both historically significant and financially rewarding. For both new and experienced numismatists, the 1980 issue remains a meaningful collectible with enduring appeal and long-term potential in the Australian coin market.